Joe and Tom are here. We've got movie reviews in your ear, but we have to make something clear. These are just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. BWN Productions, maskless props and costume work. If you want a monster name, contact BWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
What's up, dog?
Hey, what up?
Oh, you know, this, that, and the other. I hope all 9 of you, wink, out there watching are doing just swimmingly.
It says right there, all massages from the audience will display here. So we'll see those massages popping up real soon.
Well, Joe, you drinking tonight? Well, you know me. I love music. First, music is my life. Second, alcoholism. So when you can bring the two together, it's time for another gimmick beer, Joe. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What do you think this one is?
This is going to be the. Hold on, Tom. Fuck. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what came out recently. The Culture Club here.
Well, Joe, you're not far off.
I can't see that.
This
Oh,
is
the Gayful Dead.
the Gayful Dead Juicy Pale Ale.
Mm. Well, since most of them are dead, I guess that works out, and they can just sell that license to wherever the fuck they want, I guess, and they are doing so.
Because, you know, when I think Grateful Dead, I think craft beer that I was going to say only a younger generation would buy, but I ain't part of that younger generation no more there, Jose.
No, yeah, and the Grateful Dead, that's like some old hippie shit. So, I don't know.
It's got a zip at the end.
All right.
It's all right. It's just got that little zip at the end.
And I know you prefer a zipper in the front.
Fuck, I don't know. Easy access in the rear. Pull that zipper down.
Mm.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Tom.
How was your week?
I just got back today from old Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi always makes my eyes misty. Yeah, I went down to see the new grandchild, and he was doing the things that a newborn does, which is like sleeping, you know, occasionally eating food from a bottle, you know, and then occasionally defecating. And that's it. That's his life. He's got the greatest life right now. You know, it's like it'll never get better than this. As he gets older, he'll see that this world and all the people in it will disappoint him. And yeah, it's not fun, kid. It's not fun. So enjoy this time of bliss. while you can. So yeah, I did that. Got to see the family.
Did he piss on you?
No, he didn't piss on me.
Any little any of that shit come? Nothing.
Nothing like
Oh,
that.
that sucks.
Like he's a newborn, so I think they start doing that once they're grown a little. You know, he's a newborn, and that like I'm real nervous like to hold him. You know, because he's that frail and just like it's like I don't know, like holding a Pringle. You know, you just might break it. Like it's not gonna. You can't put it in a dip because it's just gonna break.
Well, let me ask you this.
Hmm?
If you did break it, would you feel bad?
I'm pretty sure I would, Tom.
That's good. Just checking.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, no. I saw this movie one time where this dude was building a table. Oh man. Little
Yeah.
Santi or some shit. I forget what the fucker's name was.
What was that movie? The Casting Couch.
That's correct, Joe.
Backroom Casting, I think it was called. Yeah.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, we have our jokes here and all, but I'm not around too many babies there to be
The good,
seeing how they feel and shit
yeah, because yeah, you don't want to
because of the laws and
you
such.
don't violate that court order for sure.
Thomas, you bought them babies again?
Like somebody asked me, "Hey, you think Tom's on that Epstein list?" No, those kids are too old.
What do you mean they're girls? Ugh.
Yeah.
Fucking
How about
pervert.
you? You had a week.
Joe, some would say I had a great week. I had a week that I could be like, yeah, I can finally work on this project I've been wanting to test out. See if I can make this new thing I haven't seen anybody make yet. Went swimmingly, Joe. I didn't make it too big to be something that was, a good thing to test out. I didn't make the shape a good thing to be tested out. If you're trying something out new to see how things are, eh, make it 5, maybe 6 inches. Try and keep it a little short and manageable. Don't make a 13-inch thing with a fucking, like, I don't know, an inch undercut, a little fucking, like, thing just sticking out. You're not going to be able to get the resin in there. Sure, you got a pressure pot, but with the shell you made for it, it's just too big to fit in there and work properly. So, this isn't able to be roto cast correctly. You tried it and the mold just slipped out of the fucking machine, and we all had a good laugh and smiled about how fucking awesome that shit was. Of course, the cast didn't come out, but that's okay. It's not supposed to. That's what I'm doing this for shit to not work, you see. So I did that a few other times with a couple different materials, all to no avail. So I said, well, you know, this gallon of resin I have that me and the old AI kept going back and forth on for weeks to make sure I got the wrong one. It isn't. You ain't gonna be able to roto cast with this shit. AI sucks. So yeah, maybe I'll just fill the fucking mold up so I at least have a nice statue of my first failed attempt at this before I go back to the old drawing board with something smaller and a better shape to try this out. Because, this being big and all, you're going to use a lot more materials testing there, Joe. So I think the concept is there. I think I need to try a few more plastics to see what'll work, but probably none of them. And it'll be all a waste of time. But it's awesome. It's just great to spend all this money out, 400 and something bucks on a roto casting machine, the 200 something on a pressure pot, 100 something on a vacuum chamber. And then you got the silicone and the plastic you got to buy to make this. It's great. It was terrific. It was just a week fucking wasted. But Joe, I got that fucking giant, heavy plastic statue. At least I fucking got the nose snapped off. Terrific. That's now I have this big, just big thing with the $70 worth of resin at least. And well, that's good. I can just snap the nose off one of the other ones and, epoxy sculpt it, sand it down. No one will be able to tell when it's all I will, though, and I'll know, yeah, that figures, fat fucking bitch. All right, how about you go inside and go fuck yourself? Because that's great and awesome. And I did. And in between this going on this week, because it's not just a day thing, you got to sculpt this thing from scratch. And then you got to make the mold, but it's not just any mold, Joe. This is a 3-piece mold, 2 sides and a bottom. So I'm making silicone mold so I can cast resin in it. Silicone takes about 6 hours to dry. I'm using Rebound 25, which is a brush on silicone, so you can mold it vertically and use less silicone, therefore saving some money. Brush your first layer on. Takes about 20-30 minutes for that to fucking set up to where you can do your next layer and your next layer. And then when you got 3 or 4 good layers on there, then you fuck off for 6 hours. And then, who knows what time it is? Oh, I gotta sleep, but sure, I crystal cleared the hell out of this wed clay, but I've never just let it exposed for 6 hours. Surely it'll crack and my sculpture will fall apart. No, it was fine. You just crystal clear it, seal everything right. You'll be fine. But when you're in the moment thinking about this shit, it's like, I got all the time and money invested in this thing that I already think is going to fail. Because, side note, probably trying new things in your job and different things when you're going through what might be the most stressful time in your life probably isn't the best thing to do. You won't be able to focus on thing, and maybe you take the wrong advice from a computer. It happens. Anyways, where the fuck was I? I'm making this mold. I'm saying, I sure am tired. I guess I'll go and try and get 4 hours of sleep and set my alarm so I can go out and mold that other half before my sculpture just crumbles into dust. So I do that. Another 6 hours. Pull the thing off the fucking armature. Now I have to sculpt the base of this, you see, because the sculpture was on a piece of wood and I want to rotocast this. So you can't have an open mold. You got to have a bottom to it. So I sculpt the bottom, mold all that shit, 6 hours. And in between, or after that, now I got to make the fiberglass shell. So that's another 3 separate pieces. Drill your holes, put your bolts in there so it fits nice and tight. Joe, it is a pretty good fucking mold. All things considered, with it not being usable because of how I did the nose and all. And being too big for the pressure pot, maybe a slush cast it a little bit. Like one of the ones I did is like the nose came out pretty good. And I fucking before I put it together, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna put some resin in there with a Q-tip, brush everything, get a layer, everything good in there before I pour this fucking thing just to make terrific. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you for that. So that's fucked. I fucked that up. But hey, I have this nice chunk of fucking resin that's always gonna remind me of this fucking miserable first attempt. But Joe, I'm dumb enough to try it a different way and keep going. So we will see. But like I said, this was a weak thing, Joe. And this wasn't all I was doing. I got this chimney that's fucking cracking and it needs a cap on it because I just have a heavy piece of fucking metal on there. So we call this place. We're gonna be there. Hey, you didn't show up. Oh, I'm sorry. Our tech's gay. They'll be there tomorrow. All right, that's cool, man. Shit. Oh, I thought we told you yesterday. Our tech's gay. He's not gonna be there. Maybe tomorrow. No, 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 no. So Lori calls somebody else, and there's like, oh yeah, we'll show up this day. Holy fuck, they did. And they're just like, hey, it's going to be this much. So like, well, that seems pretty high, but they did show up. And I would like to just get this done so I don't have to go on the roof and fucking fix it. After seeing what they did, I definitely could have and should have went on the roof and fixed it. So the people show up 2 hours late for when they were supposed to, and they're wearing shirts of a different company. But that's fine if these kids in their early 20s have the professional know-how to clean and repair a chimney, then who the fuck am I to say anything, Joe? So they're in and out in like an hour and a half. And I'm just like, who the fuck am I to say anything? I don't know how long this shit takes. So the next day, I'm doing my, usual 30, 40-minute walk around the yard. And I'm just like, oh, shit. They left that wacky piece of metal up on the roof. I wish they would have brought that down so I didn't have to go down there and, oh my God, what did they do to my roof? It's like whatever shit $8 bucket of patch they were using, dripped it all over the roof, didn't put a tarp down when they were working on the fucking chimney. So it's just all fucked up. The work isn't smoothed out. It looks like they wrote their initials and shit in it. There's fucking garbage up there. I call the people, say, what the fuck's going on? Is this you guys fucking playing a joke on me or what? This is like the worst fucking job anybody has ever done that I've ever hired anybody for. Oh, we'll make it right. We'll make it right, my friend. We'll call you right back. They don't call back an hour later. They're avoiding the calls. So my sister calls on a different line. They pick right up the fucking talk to some guy. Then we get a hold of the owner. Oh, I'm sorry. This should have never happened. I will be there tomorrow and make everything right. Give you a reimbursement. All right. So the next day, van shows up 2 hours later, 2 hours late. And it's the same two kids who did the job in the first place there, Joe. You're not the owner. So I'm just like, what the fuck's going on, guys? I was very stern with them. Like, this shit's fucking crazy. I got wild ass shit going on in the house. I don't need this kind of fucking stress. Like, disrespectful as fuck how you guys left it and the job you fucking did. So, it came back. We were just fucking like, so where's the owner? Is he coming? He was never fucking coming. So they get on there, try and scrape the fucking already dried patch that's been up there for days. So they're just taking the grit off of the fucking roofing shingles. They put more fucking concrete up there, still not smoothed out. It's just a cheap bucket of fucking shit. And they get the owner on the phone. Long story short, supposed to call Monday, fucking didn't. I'm not getting shit back. Got fucked in the ass. I'm going to give him till tomorrow, the day that he said, well, if I don't call you by Thursday. And then after that, maybe one of those, oh, is this business fucked? Yeah, it is. And let me tell you who this company took advantage of. I'm sure the public is going to love to hear that. So, I mean, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but it was crazy. The absolute worst fucking job like I've ever seen anybody do. It literally looked like they wrote like CD or PC or some shit in there. It was such a fucking sloppy job. I was like, look in that fucking shed. You see all those fucking white things? Those are all stone molds I made. And that's not even like a fraction of the shit I made in the 20 plus years of me fucking working with stone. So I know a little bit about the materials, and this shit's crazy, let alone not even putting down a fucking tarp. Oh, you know, this could be dirty work. But wouldn't you? You already bought a cheap ass fucking cap. You already came with your shitty fucking bucket. You got the money for a fucking tarp, you know, that would you're doing this kind of work. No one's gonna go on the roof. That's why they hired us. Then they left their garbage and shit up there. Fucking crazy, Joe. Luckily, that was fucking awesome. But we're not done yet, Joe, because for the past month or so, Riley's been having fleas on and off. And god damn it, Joe, they came the fuck back during all of this. So I'm bathing her. Lori and I are switching off, vacuuming like motherfuckers every sons of bitches still came fucking back. She has the pills she's been taking that the vet said, yeah, give these instead of the shit you usually put on her back. Going back to the shit we usually put on her back. She has stuff for this. She's always taken stuff for this, but that is okay, Joe, because I love this shit and it is fucking great. So when you ask me, Thomas, how was your week? It's fucking awesome, Joe.
Yeah,
Fucking awesome.
it was another one.
Fuck yeah, it was. Hey, cheers to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's something I noticed is when I moved to Dallas. You know, this didn't really happen in Corpus, but here in Dallas, you call a company to do something, they don't do it. They outsource all their shit. You know,
No, it wasn't that.
huh?
It was fucking. I just don't want to say their names because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Next week, like I'll have pictures and shit, but by that time, my sister, she's gonna get a hold of this other thing, and we'll see. Maybe it'll be free cheeseburgers for everybody. But no, it called up this. Hey, the chimney service, and then showed up. Hey, the duct service. It was like, you know, when fucking during the pandemic, fucking what's it called? The mouse shit Chuck E. Cheese was like Slippery Jimmy's Pizza. Oh, I've never heard of this. Let's order some, but it's really fucking Chuck E. Cheese under a different name.
Yeah.
It's like that shit.
All right.
Ridiculous.
Hmm.
But no, it was great. I love ridiculous, Joe. Fuck yeah. God damn, now I got to talk about all these movies, even though I just talked for like fucking 20 minutes straight.
Hey,
Give me
you're
a little more of this.
a lot of movies. I told you not to do that.
I know, Joe. I
Yeah.
know. Mm. God damn it, Joe. I watched the hit motion picture all the way from the land of gorillas playing tabletop games with their penis. Hong Kong, a Chinese ghost story.
They
Have
made a
you
few.
heard of it? They made a fucking what?
They made a few of them. It's a franchise.
Joe, it's not only a franchise, but there's some remakes in there too. But we're not talking about that shit. We're talking about the original.
Hmm. The
So
OG of China.
triple OG.
Yep.
So in this one, the Chinese ghost story, a tax collector's wandering the land trying to collect taxes. And then his ledgers get all fucked up, got PP on him or something, gets the ink all runny and you can't read shit. So the guy's like, ha, taxes. I don't owe you shit. Be gone, bitch. So he goes out into the streets, just like, please, everybody. But it's in Chinese. Please, everybody. Mandarin, maybe. Please, everybody. I'm a poor debt collector and I have no money. Where can I stay for free? Oh, that old spooky temple over there. Go lay in there like a dead rat or some shit. So he does, but at this spooky temple, a fight's going on between this guy and this other guy. It turns out, Joe, this guy is the guardian of the temple, and the other guy is just a guy he fights from time to time because they're just testing their skills or whatnot. Anyways, this guy says, hey, you can't stay here, you fuck, it's haunted, and I don't want to protect you. But in Mandarin and Cantonese. And the other guy says, suck dicks, bitch. I'm gonna stay here anyway. So he hides off in another room or something. But god damn it, Joe, there's spooky fucking stop motion corpses right underneath the floorboards trying to pinch his fucking scrotum and shit. Woo! But that's not it, Joe. There's a bitch in the woods
Mm.
looking to fuck your life up. Because once you get that dick in, she's gonna suck your life force out, boy, and you're gonna turn into one of those stop motion zombie little ghouly thing. Why is this happening? Find out in the hit motion picture, A Chinese Ghost Story. I'm pretty sure nobody gets raped and it was all consensual. So, again, nice chains of pace compared to these other movies of this ilk. But, Joe, this one was pretty good. The fucking stop motion zombie guys were fucking awesome. There's some wild ass shit in there. The big bad at the end, this fucking transensual gentle lady fellow. She has this wacky ass tongue that just goes out, or he that just goes out and attacks shit. That was cool. The lighting and shit, I always like that stuff where it's just like it's cheap. You just hold your sheet up or stretch your sheet out or whatever and have your silhouettes of like creepy trees and shit and then light it with like spooky purple and it's just like, ooh, spooktacular shit. So it was a lot of that. Everything just like looked really cool. A lot of flowing fucking fabric that you wouldn't think you want to look at it. But when you see it, you're just like, damn, that fabric's flowing. That's pretty cool. A lot of it, like the visual style, a lot of it reminds me of Evil Dead 2 and some Army of Darkness with the fucking zombie ghouly guys or whatever. But yeah, it's not a category 3 movie. It's more restrained, but there's still some wild ass shit in it. And it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you like Sam Raimi shit. This is fucking it's not the same, but you if you like that, you'll definitely like something in this shit. So yeah, it's good and definitely worth fucking checking out for sure. Would recommend.
So was this part of a set you got, or you just?
This is part of a set I got that has 1, 2, and 3. Ah,
So
I guess I should do this. Here's that. Here's that bullshit. Ooh, me so horny. Ooh, me so horny. Ooh, me so horny. Remember when music videos were just that, just pictures going like that? Oh, that's so cool. How'd they do that? Oh, we were fucking dumb.
So
What were the special? What's up?
it doesn't have the new Chinese ghost story.
I do not think so. There was like making of a Hong Kong Confidential, I think it was. The make like a documentary, the making of this. There was a commentary. I didn't see that. No, maybe I did listen to the commentary. I don't know. Yeah, I did. It was okay. Forgettable, I guess, if I couldn't remember if I listened to the shit or not. But yeah, so far so good. This is good shit and I would recommend watching it. Not great shit, pretty fucking good. PFG, dog.
Hmm, that's what that means, huh?
Fuck yeah.
How about that? Well, Tom, I watched a movie that you recommended to me. You're like, you know what? I'm feeling kind of mean today. I think I'll recommend this movie to Joe. Uh, and that movie was one that you enjoyed, and that's called Monster Force Settle. Look at that. There's a fucking T-Rex on there, and look, there's Asian chick, and there's whatever. Um, yeah. So this is another one from our good friends over at Wild Eye, and this is well. First of all, it does have a couple of blurbs on here, Tom. One says, energetic and fan friendly. Will entertain and take audiences on a unique and fun ride. Uh,
I
this,
agree. I agree with both.
this is uh this is a story of a guy that has his comic. You know, he did a comic. He's at a Comic Con,
What's
Tom.
this comic called, Joe?
Uh, MFG, MFZ, Monster Force Zero, MF0. Then, yeah, MSG, something like that. But in order to promote it, he's dressed as one of the characters, and then he's got what they call booth bitches, Tom, and they're dressed as characters. The purpose of a booth bitch is to get nerds to stop at your table, and then they'll hopefully buy something. Nope, they don't. Because these are nerds and they don't have money, jobs, shit like that. They're Comic Con people. They spend all their money on tickets to the Comic Con. Well, they're not selling shit, Tom. And there's a group of bully cosplayers that come and they're making fun of him and shit. And his booth bitches are getting all tough because one of them, she's just a tough booth bitch, Tom. And the other one's just like a cute little Asian with a high voice. Well, you're the all talking. And I was like,
The other one's one of those PBR drinking hoes.
yeah, yeah. Uh, well, these mean cosplayers, Tom, they challenge our comic book protagonists to a cosplay face-off or cosplay battle, a secret one that's being held on like the top floor of the convention or something. They accept the challenge, Tom.
Damn.
Yeah, and well, they need somebody to join them, and it's like, well, they get up there, they need one more, and there's a mysterious group there, Tom, that's judging the battle, and then there's what's his name, old Pat Tanaka. He's there too because he's a mysterious janitor with a bunch of wit.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah,
For anyone under the age of 47, who in the motherfuck is Pat Tanaka?
he was a wrestler, kind of, that I forgot all about until I saw him in this movie, and I said, "Who is that guy? I know who that is." Was he? What movie was? Oh, yeah, He was in wrestling for like 5 minutes once every 3 years or so.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Hmm?
You think you might be confusing Pat Tanaka with Pat Tatanka?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I don't know.
It's all right.
He was unmemorable back then, and he's unmemorable in this. But
Is it unmemorable or immemorable?
both immorable. Uh, so it turns out, Tom, that like there's another like guy dressed as a Yeti there, and they say, well, he'll be on your team. And this guy, man, is his costume great, Tom. It's like then they comment on that. He's playing the role up. He never talks, you know. He just makes
So
little hand gestures like, like that. Because
I don't remember, but because I watched this hit motion picture too many moons ago. But is he I thought he was actually like a Yeti and not a guy cosplaying.
I don't
Is
want to ruin this.
oh, my bad. Spoiler alert.
Right. Yeah, that, no. Wink. Um, so yeah, they start doing the cosplay battles, and it turns out, Tom, that this is just no ordinary cosplay battle, whatever the fuck that is. But whoever wins it is gonna get real superpowers. Because the judges are aliens that are trying to fight off another group of aliens. I
It's
think.
the fucking Kree Skull War all over again.
Yeah. But maybe the aliens that are given the powers are really the bad guys. I don't know, but they get the powers. The Yeti fights the Sasquatch. They all fight a dinosaur. And yeah, and it was very hard to focus on this movie because it was just not interesting. But
But you do conventions. You do conventions a lot. This didn't hit you in the scrum.
well, I don't do Comic Con conventions, but I would say that if you do, if you're a comic convention person, whatever, and that's your life, cosplay is life. If you're a furry or whatever, you might get a kick out of this movie. This might speak to you. It is not it's not the acting is not great, but it's not horrible. I've seen a whole lot worse in independent horror movies. Uh it's shot okay. The somewhat special effects are they look a little better than some of the CGI shit you've seen before. So somebody on this knew what they were doing. They had a vision. And I think if it's one of these things that plays at night, when they're just playing movies for the Comic Con people, that it would do very well. Now, for anybody else, a regular person, you're going to have a tough time with this one, motherfucker. It is not interesting at all. Yeah, old Pat Tanaka, he's dumb, you know, but hey, he's
What do you
working.
mean in the movie or for doing this?
I've never met the guy, so I don't know. He got paid a little, whatever, and it got me thinking, of guys like, when they get fucking Kane Hodder or somebody like that, to do a little piece in a movie. And, these guys have been on big budget shit before, so they know what a real movie's like. And, they get to these, like little sets that these people are doing in just somebody's house, and they bring out a camera that's supposed to be used for photography, and they're filming with that. It's like they thought, man, what the fuck, what kind of a whore am I?
That's kind of what the business is and shit. And I mean, it's that's what they do. That's just, so they don't I don't want to say like a real job and shit, but I mean like conventions and stuff too. That's what, they were in these movies. So yeah, I can go to fucking Fred's backyard and jump on the trampoline for $200 for 3 hours or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's some weird shit. Like this other blurb says, aliens and dinosaurs and furries. Oh my! An unabashedly ludicrous superhero film.
Um, I remember it being commendable.
It's got.
Like,
It's not like I said. There's some talent behind it. You know, the acting isn't as awful as you would think. Uh,
it's just a very niche crowd. I wouldn't say, hey, if you like comic book conventions, I remember it being like, hey, if you're one of these people who just like going to the conventions, like you just like being part of conventions, I like the convention lifestyle,
right.
whatever the fuck.
Like they'll go to every convention that comes to their town, and there I know a lot of people like that, and I think they would dig this movie.
Exactly. So I'm not saying that's like, oh, I'm attacking you because it's like what the fuck you
No,
like. I'm just saying that's a certain type of people, and that would be who this would appeal to.
and I'm not attacking this movie. Like I said, it's got, it's not incompetent, but it's not for me. They made it for a specific audience that's not me, and I think it would play really well to that specific, very, very specific audience.
And I want to give him props again because I specifically remember like this robot announcer or fucking game show host type guy. I
Yeah.
thought that was done pretty well, all things considered.
So then that's another guy. That guy was on one of the Star Treks, like Deep Nine or something, or one of those. So he was another guy that like, hey, he's acting a little better than everybody else in this movie. Well, yeah, because he's actually acted.
Oh, you mean like the voice?
No, they had him on there. Like he did like some whole synopsis about the war that they're going to fight or something, why they got these powers and shit.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. This was like a robot. I forget if it was CG or if it was actual robot. It was like, whoa, 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 hey, 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 like something like that.
No, I don't think so. But then again, I've already forgotten a lot about this movie.
Hey, it's been a while and I've been drinking.
It has. Hey, Monster Force Zero. Get from Wild Eye whenever you see him set up, and maybe it's streaming. I didn't look.
Probably.
Mm.
It's very
Yeah,
inoffensive, so I'm assuming they were able to get it on many streaming platforms.
yeah, and it's from 2019, so it's been out for quite a while.
And I definitely remember one of the fine DWN supporters getting this with a package in the mail. So if you're
Lucky.
out there, hope you dug it.
Yeah, go to a Comic Con.
You fuck. Well, Joe, speaking of fucking dinosaurs, I watched a 2025 movie, Primitive War, starring your boy, Jeremy Piven.
The leading man, Jeremy Piven.
That's right, Joe. That's right. What's that? Oh, I wish I could remember that movie right off the bat, but it is a funny fucking movie, and Charles Napier's in it, and it makes me laugh. Which one?
High School High.
Ah, that's John Lovitz, you fuck. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that awesome fucking movie. We're here to talk about Primitive War. So it's the Vietnam War, 1967, 90, the fuck number, somewhere around there. So starts out, we see a group of fucking mercenary badasses. Well, there's only two left, and they don't come off like badasses because there's like, oh man, we're fucked. What's going on here? What's going? Hey, base coming! Oh my god, a dinosaur ate me. I can't fucking believe it. And then we see another group of mercenaries just fucking laying waste to, Asian people.
Mm.
I'm not going to say what they said because that's their time, but they're just going through their village and just wiping people out left and right, just showing you how badass and ruthless these motherfuckers are. So after they murder everybody and set the fucking place on fire, they get a call from, oh, America's favorite Southern boy, Jeremy Piven. So
ECU.
so he's trying to do his best Arlie Ermy impression through the whole movie, which is pretty funny. He goes in and out of it because he doesn't normally talk like that. It's probably the first time he's ever been cast as I'm the head army guy. God damn it, fuck. Oh fuck my butt. What's going on here? God damn it. That kind of fucking guy. It's crazy, Joe. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, they say, hey, you fucks, I'm Jeremy Piven, and I got a fucking job for you boys. You're gonna go and find out what happened to these group of dickheads, and oh my god, it's dinosaurs in our time. What do we do? Find out in the Hidden Motion Big Shop Primitive War. Pretty fucking good, Joe. This shit was pretty fucking good. If you think all the Jurassic Park movies besides the first one sucked a fucking dick, check this shit out. Um, it's not on that level. This is like an independent Australian movie, even though they're all like fucking at least sounding American. And I didn't know that shit until I looked up information. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I knew it wasn't a Jurassic World level budget, but all right. Yeah, good for you guys. The CGI is good for the most part. There's a couple spots that's just, oh, well, but it's not that budget. A lot of gore, a lot of violence. Um, there's some times where the T-Rexes are chomping and it's just there's nothing in their mouth, so it just sounds like a coconut hit a cartoon character's head. It's kind of just like, and that I wish you would have did one more pass and fix those, but besides that, man, it's pretty fun if you want to see like fucking dinosaurs versus people. If you love those dinosaur attacks cards, go fucking check this shit out. It was fun so far. It's on a list because I haven't watched much this year I like, but it's fun. It's a little long though. I'm gonna say that it's like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes, somewhere around there. So it's a bit long for this kind of movie. It moved at a brisk pace and everything for the most part was pretty good, but it is a little long. And they do that shit where there's a fucking, I don't know, I didn't look at their cocks or pussies, but there's two fucking T-Rexes and their life partners. So there's a few shots where they come up and rub noses like, ooh, we love each other. And I'm just like, well, one's fine, but that's still kind of gay. You didn't have to do it the 3 fucking times or whatever. But again, it's a fun fucking movie where people die from fucking not animal but dinosaur attacks. So if you want to see that kind of shit, I think it's better than any of the fucking Carnosaur movies. So there's that. Would recommend, Joe. However, since I watched a couple more than you, I'm going to talk about another 2025 movie
Mm.
from the Great White North, Canada.
I've heard it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyways, this movie is called Scared Shitless. Have you heard of it?
No.
Well, Joe, this one co-stars your favorite kid in the hall, Mark. And he plays a scientist who created the most deadly killing thing ever. It's a worm with a predator mouth, a highly original design that you've never seen before. So something happens at his job, and he's like, "Well, fuck you. I'm gonna burn this place down. Take my monster home with me, bitch." So he does. Monster ends up killing him in his apartment at home, and then it gets loose in the pipes. So they gotta call a plumber and his son, who just started working with him, and his son's scared of germs, even though in the movie sometimes he's fine with it, other times he's not. So that's kind of fucking uneven. But fuck all that shit. It's a monster movie with a monster coming out of the toilet. Like Ghoulies? No, you fuck. I said it was a worm with a predator mouth. What'll happen in the hit motion picture Scared Shitless? Joe, if you guess they defeat the monster and then live their lives, and at the very end you see a shot just like, oh, everything, they're the monster. Then yes, that's exactly what happens, like in so many of these type of movies you've seen before. However, it was all right. I liked it well enough. It was a horror comedy, so you'll spit on its fucking face, but that's okay. Uh, if it had a little more teeth, it probably would have been a little better, but they're Canadian, so it's just like,
You mean the monster or the movie itself, Tom?
The movie itself, the monster, plenty of teeth.
Right.
But yeah, it was nothing new. It was fine. I liked it. I didn't dislike it. I'll never watch it again. But if you like monster movies and horror comedies, it's worth checking out. I'm a Kids in the Hall fan, so I always like seeing them show up and shit. And I laughed at all Mr. Mark shit. So, I mean, it was all right, but yeah, I saw it. It was fun. Fuck off.
Well, Tom, I watched the hit motion picture from I don't know what year. This is called Elysium. Have you heard of this one?
I have.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to see this for a while because it was directed by the same guy that directed District 9, which I like quite a bit. I think that's a very good movie. But then I thought, well, I've also seen Chappie. And that was a movie.
I don't know, was it?
Anyway, Elysium. This is it's the future, Tom. The future is fucked, as it always is. They've got the rich people living in a satellite up in the sky, and everything's great. And if you're poor, fuck you. You're living down on Earth. An old kid. He's like, you know, thrown into a Mexican orphanage, and he meets this girl that teaches him how to read, and he falls in love with her and says, "One day I'm gonna take you up to that satellite, mijita." And she's like, "Okay, we will go then." Years pass, Tom. Years pass, and this kid grew up to be Matt Damon. He's got a shaved dome and everything. And he used to be one of the baddest thieves in the barrio, but did a prison stretch and learned that big dicks in your ass is bad for your health. So he went the straight and narrow, and now he's working in a really shitty, dangerous factory. All right. Well, one day he gets locked in some radiation chamber and gets irradiated. But if you go up into the satellite, they got machines that can heal anything, Tom. You lay down in this machine and like it'll mend your bones, it'll cure your cancer.
Let me ask you this there, Joe.
Yeah,
Will it cure my Peyronie's disease?
it will. pierogi disease is a tough one, Tom.
Now, this is the one where your cock's bent.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Good.
Uh, yeah, that didn't come up in the movie. But
Let
anyway,
me ask you this there, Joe. I'm sorry, I've been drinking. But you think that unicorn cum or whatever from Death of a Unicorn would fix my broken dick?
no. So he decides, hey, I gotta get up there. He goes to the local crime boss. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? We need to brain jack this guy and take this information so we can, I don't know, hijack the whole fucking satellite that the people live on. Okay, I'll do it. And then, some other people are trying to get this information from this guy's brain, and oh, it's just a test of wills and he's dying, so they hook him up to some exosuit and now he can fight real good and shit. And it's okay. It's just some basic shit, it's as basic as a story can get. It looks good, it looks really cool, but I don't give a shit. I've seen this story over and over again. And Mr. Blokenkamp, or whatever your name is, you let me down again. Yeah, I think District 9 was it for you. You shot your load in that one. Now you got nothing. You've never done anything that's come close to that masterpiece. But hey, you've got that masterpiece. That was a great movie. Elysium is not. There's a scene where this guy gets shot in the head and his head's all blown up. You're dead, right? No, he's still got brain activity. Let's throw him in this fucking tube and it'll heal him. These things can do anything. Anyway, they take over and they send all these tubes down to Earth so everybody can get healed. Pretty lame movie. My old buddy Kyle, he said it's great. You got to watch it, Joe. It's not great, Kyle. It's not. You misled me again. Like every time you tell me something's great, I should know. Don't watch this, Joe.
So, did old Blumpkin ever make an Aliens movie? I remember that was like a thing he was supposed to do, but I don't give a shit about the franchise. So
I do. And yeah, he was supposed to, and everybody was like, yeah, we're looking forward to it. And I was like, hey, you seen Chappie? And now, like, hey, you seen Elysium? So maybe it's a good thing, but I don't know. I mean, that TV show that they had, that's better than the last 2 or 3 movies they've done. So I don't know. I don't know anymore, Tom.
shit. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Well, Joe.
Pierogi Pirate Triangle. That is a good shirtwaist dive bomb brain jacks. All right. That is good.
Hey, at least we're not the only ones drinking there.
Right.
Well, Joe, I watched the hit South African movie starring your boys, Die Antwoord, Chappie. Have you heard of it?
I think it's freaky, Tom, and I like it a lot.
What a fucking mo. What a mo. Well, Joe, and I don't have a good segue. What the fuck did I watch? Talked about that. I guess we'll talk about this. I watched Vice Academy again, Joe. I didn't really care for it back then. Do I care for it now? It's all right. I'll say this, the last few years I've gained more an appreciation for old Quiggles. So shout out to her and her efforts in cinema. Still don't care for old Ginger Lynn Allen. Pulled up a few of her other movies. I couldn't come, but to each their own. Anyways, this movie, Vice Academy, what's it about? Oh, it's about lady piglets in training, trying to join the Vice Squad. What's the Vice Squad? Oh, it's this unit. Hee hee, honk honk. That's the kind of humor this movie's filled with. Anyways, what's the Vice Squad? It's just a bunch of people who go undercover to bust prostitution, fucking booze, smoking, all the fun stuff. So it's the worst of the worst. Anyways, all these bimbos want to join the Vice Squad. Why? Because it's an easy way to show a bunch of fucking broads you may or may not want to finger. I'll say it, that you may or may not want to finger. Um, I always thought these movies were made for people who just go to the video store and were too ashamed to, rent actual pornography. So they would get this. Turns out, Joe, because I listened to the new commentary track on this release. I forgot to bring the DVD. Yes, Joe, we'll get to that. I forgot to bring the Blu-rays. Like, all right, look, the fucking. So I listened to the new commentary track, listened to the one on the old one too, which was way more informative. This new commentary track is pretty much the director just like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was funny. So it was a bunch of that, but he did bring up that oh yeah, these were actually made for the USA network for Up All Night. And we would just cut away and have no dialogue for all the topless shots. So we can edit those into the movie and sell the shit to foreigners. So it wasn't Americans don't give a fuck. They'll go and rent fucking pornos, Joe. I don't give a fuck. Shooting seed all over this great country. It's the foreigners who this was for. And knowing that now makes a lot of fucking sense. Pretty much, this is the type of movie that fucking Al Bundy would watch and just think it's the greatest goddamn thing ever. Very corny jokes, full of fucking bimbos. Some of the shit works, some doesn't. In this one, they got a fucking the Vice Academy fucking students have to make so many arrests. Oh, Leanna Quigley, she goes undercover in some porno ring. And then there's prostitution stings and shit like that, all with fucking boner and titty jokes that are but for what it is, for a time capsule of that kind of thing, it's okay. Um, very right in the middle. It's like, yep, that was a cheap movie. You just shot in a field off a freeway, huh? All right then. It shows, but whatever. But I get it. It is what it is. Ah, I just ah she's an old lady. I don't want to say anything. It is what it is. But 5 more to go. Woo! So if I didn't like this trilogy when I bought it originally, why did I buy all 6 of them again? Because I specifically remember Elizabeth Caton coming into the 3rd movie and being like, she's doing a great job. This is what this fucking franchise needed. Okay, she's working with the fucking comedy here. If they ever come out with the rest of these movies, then fine. And fuck me, they did. So we'll
Well,
get to them.
let me know if Julie K. Smith pops up in any of them.
Joe, not only will I, but I will.
All right.
Let me ask you this, Joe.
Yeah,
You watch any movies?
I did.
Oh shit, fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't. That'd be gay.
Tom, I watched the 2025 hit motion picture, surprise hit. You could call this a Cinderella story, but it's not about Cinderella. It's called Frawaka or some shit like that. Yes, this is an Irish horror movie, Tom, and they're making a big deal about this is the first movie where they speak Irish in it. Uh, I don't give a fuck what foreign language you're speaking because I'm not gonna understand it anyway. I'm gonna have to read it, which I'm cool with that.
Hey, man, you know what I say? Speak Spanish or get the fuck out.
Right. Um, this is about, well, we got a setup here at the beginning, Tom. Scene takes place in the 60s. You know, this lady's getting married. They're having a little Irish fucking, I don't know what you would call it. And they're river dancing or whatever that they do in these little like, dance halls. And then some guys with like straw hats covering up all their faces show up, like four of them. And she's like, what the fuck's going on here? She goes out to throw up because maybe she's pregnant already, Tom. That's the way they do it in Ireland.
Maybe she realized she's Irish.
Yeah. And then she sees a goat out there. Her husband comes out looking for her. She's gone. She's gone. All right, let's get to modern day now. And there's this lady in the house, and she's like singing a song or something. And then she hangs herself. All right, now her daughter and her daughter's fiance, this other younger lady, are there and they're cleaning up. They got to clean up and get all the shit out of the lady that killed herself's apartment. It's one of the girl's mothers. Got to like do all this. As she's cleaning, she gets a call from this nursing facility that she works for. Hey, we got a job for you since you speak the old Irish. You got to go to take care of this lady, and make sure she gets her meds and doesn't hurt herself and all that shit. Okay, I'll do it. Hey, fiance, you stay here and keep on cleaning up this fucking mess. I got to go work. All right, then. She heads out there to, the old Ireland, Tom. It's like a little village and everything. And yeah, this lady, she's reading up. Oh, this old lady might have dementia. Sure enough, she gets in. Who the fuck are you? And this lady's throwing shit at her. And, finally settles down. The lady says, hey, put this shit by the door, so they don't come in and get me. It's one of that. This old lady, is she crazy? Fuck no, she's not crazy, Tom. She's not. There's some shit after her. There's some supernatural shit. There's one room in the house that she has like a horseshoe on it. Its doors painted red. She's got nails, just here and there and all kinds of plants around it. Don't go into that room. You don't want to go into that room. You know what that means? That bitch eventually going to go in that room.
Because she's dumb.
Yeah. She goes into the town for this or that. The town, they're treating her weird. She might be going crazy because she's not taking her meds, and yeah. Then, the town is after her. Turns out this old lady, she was the one that went missing at the beginning. It's like, well, where'd you go? And she knows that, like, this old lady spent time in an asylum. So every time the old lady's saying what happened to her, and the girl's like, yeah, they used to be real bad in those asylums back then. No, bitch, this was fucking demons and shit that were doing stuff to me. Yeah, they sure were bad in that asylums back then, Well, Tom, these movies like this, this folk horror stuff, things never end up well for people. Because if they do, it's a shitty folk horror movie. And things take a turn from bad to even worse, Tom. And this movie's really effective. It's a good one. It's in the folk horror things, it might end up in a box set, I would hope, somewhere down the line. It's well acted, it's creepy, You know, it's got some creepy music going on to add to that effect and all that shit. And yeah, it succeeds, Tom. And I think it's really hard to succeed in this genre since they gave it a proper name. You know, it's like that's what we're calling this genre now. You know, so
I mean, I'm gonna say Severin coined that shit. I didn't hear fucking people saying folk horror before Severin came out with that box set.
I will say they popularized it for sure. You know, but yeah, if you like that shit, this is definitely one you will like. If that's not your fucking cup of tea, you don't want to drink from this cup, motherfucker, because this is exactly what it is. Me might make a list. I gotta take a look. I gotta take a look. Frawaka. Probably not pronouncing that right, but I dug it.
So I mean, just say there's anybody out there who maybe has to title a video later or look up images. How would this movie be spelled?
Frawaka.
Woo! Got that shit right.
Waka.
Fuck yeah, that's crazy. I'm fucking illiterate as shit. God damn, probably because it's a stupid fucking word that isn't even real.
It means roots.
Hey,
Bloody roots.
so this movie's about the Black Irish.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Well, Joe, you told me. I didn't believe you. I didn't know, Joe.
Guess I didn't know.
Fuck. Just because the beach is closed for the night doesn't mean that a lifeguard's job is done.
True. That's true.
Sometimes, Joe, there's Baywatch Nights.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I got nothing better to do with my life, and this was brought up a couple times.
We're waiting for try.
Yeah, yeah. My soul. I was waiting for my soul to wither and dry. So I watched season 2, episode 1 of Baywatch Nights, entitled Terror of the Deep. Have you seen this one there, Joe?
Keep on going. Let me know.
No. That's all I'm okay. So
Oh, where did you find these?
YouTube.
Okay.
I did look for the werewolf one because you mentioned that before, but that one is not on there. Zorga or some shit the episode's called. Anyways, I guess the setup is, well, David Hasselhoff doesn't need to sleep. So after the beaches are closed, his mixed race friend comes down and says, "Oh, fuck butts. Crazy shit's happening, dog. We need your help." And then they meet up with some lady and they say, "Oh, butts were fucked. Some crazy shit's happening." And in this one, uh Guamish lady, I don't know what they call people from the Papua New Guinea region of the world, but this bitch is just in the ocean trying not to drown. So David Hasselhoff's like, "Oh, fuck me." Jumps in, gets her, and she's saying something like, "Antoni, Antoni," or some shit. Turns out that's the most evilest shit ever. It's just a manifestation of fucking evil, Joe. And they find out, oh, fuck. This bitch was part of a fucking boat that sank and went under the water. Not nothing better to sleep? No. I don't need to. So fucking David Hasselhoff and some other jagoff go and jump down into this fucking boat and do some exploring. But there's a monster down there, Joe. Or it's not. Maybe it's just me wearing a spooky fucking Gillman glove. I don't know. Because when they show him, it's just like all in shadow. And the fucking shit's like over like this. And he's just wearing like burlap. And it's like, "Eeh." So
Pelican.
yeah, it could have just been me jumping out and you just show flashes and blurs. So the mind's like, oh yeah, that's a sea creature. And then you're like, oh yeah, this is a cheap as fuck Baywatch spinoff. They probably just did the fucking glove. So it's just these two fucking dickheads find it. Oh, hey, conveniently, this part of this sunken ship, shit ton of air pockets. All these fucking rooms, sure, the fucking ground's all water and shit. You're like up to your nips in fucking water. There's all these platforms and shit you can walk on, dickhead. Fucking sure you're under, but yeah, fuck you. So they're just trying to get out while fighting me wearing a spooky fucking glove. And oh my goblin, they find these ladies' two kids. How did they survive? Oh, I guess all these open, unlabeled cans. I guess they were eating that shit.
Because they mostly come out at night.
The freaks. So, yeah, they get fucking saved. Everybody lives happily ever after. Fucking David Hasselhoff's buddy comes up. Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh, I don't know what I saw, but yeah, I saw it. Some people stare in the darkness, too afraid to walk in the light. And I was just like, that was fucking crazy. This is Baywatch? That was fucking crazy. Guess I'm watching episode 2 now, entitled The Creature. So in this one, it starts out two security guards are fucking securitying a laboratory. And you just see Flash a Monster going by the camera. Ooh, fuck me. One of the security guards, the other security guard's like, hey, got some fucking business to take care of.
Business.
So I'm gonna fucking take care of it. Other guy's like, I don't know if you should, but bitch. So he fucking goes into the other room, kind of creeping around, looking and shit, even though this creature is like contained in a thing. But he goes up, lets it go. The fucking creature gets him, and oh my goblin, the creature got the other security guard and it escaped. And I guess it's some kind of fucking cat creature or something, because it doesn't matter. I don't know when this came up, but I'm just gonna call it a species ripoff because oh my god, it's a hot bitch with spooky contacts. I can't believe it. It's up to David Hasselhoff to find out what the goddamn deal is, bitch. And I was on my phone for a lot of this episode. The novelty wore off, as they say, Joe.
Not a show you watch back to back. It's not something you marathon. You know, there's a reason these shows would come out once a week. You know,
Well, I mean, the time, but you think, wait, what? They made a sci-fi horror Baywatch? Why? Oh, Tales from the Crypt. Oh, okay. I guess, but yeah, I mean that time.
and the
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like that time was a lot of spooky entertainment. Was That was it. There was like Erie, Indiana, or whatever for fucking kids. Are you afraid of the dark? It was all this horror shit. Was all, well, let's do it for Baywatch. We're not gonna have them big titties or them pea lips popping out of the bottom of the swimsuits, but hey, check out David Hasselhoff's nips. That's sweet. No, I was kind of hoping to see Pamela Anderson's tits bouncing shit. Not now. Back then. Back then.
Yeah.
That sucks. It feels like I got a shot at her now. I probably shouldn't, but I do, and that fucking sucks. But weird show. I'll probably watch a couple more, maybe, but it's just like, wow, this was a fucking thing, and that's fucking strange.
So, like, I didn't remember that there was a second season, because I don't remember it just ever being successful. There was very few people that I know that watched it, and I just would catch it like, fuck it, if the TV's already on this channel, let me just go ahead and write it out. Same thing with like Renegade. I think Renegade came out on the same time that this came out, around that same era, but this is definitely more entertaining than Renegade. Though Renegade has a lot of laughs too, unintentional as fuck.
Yeah, it's just weird that this isn't talked about more just because of how like odd and wait, what? Like when you told me fucking there's a Baywatch with werewolves. I was just he's fucking just
Yeah,
making shit up.
I can swear that there's a vampire episode too, and why wouldn't there be? It's the easiest shit to do. But yeah, it seems like has no place in horror history. Nobody fucking talks about it. Probably nobody's seen it. Like I said, it wasn't popular, and when people think Baywatch, it wasn't promoted as like a horror show. And yeah, give it a shot. Those of you, Tom says some of them are on YouTube. I don't know if they were ever collected in a DVD set. I'll look after we're done with this.
It's I'm gonna try and watch a couple more, just like, oh, what are the wildest episodes? And because that's what I did for this one. That's why I watched Hair from the Deep, and then the next one played. So it's like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, and they're not all like this. Sometimes it's just a killer or whatever the fuck.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Oh, the beach is closed. Dude's gonna fucking go home and eat dinner and sleep. No, hey, we need help. A fucking mummy fucked a bitch in an outhouse or whatever the fuck, and we need you to get to the bottom of it. Because why? He's a fucking lifeguard. Weird, just fucking weird. Like
He's
this is a thing.
lifeguard on the beach, though.
It's either 24 episodes or 44 episodes,
Well,
like
probably
total.
1 and 2 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when TV shows were like 23 episodes a season.
Fucking crazy.
That's when actors didn't want to do TV, like movie actors didn't want to do TV because you're working for a fucking year, pretty much. And so you were tied up in that and didn't get to go do movies where everybody wanted to be. And now it's switched. Like, yeah, I'll go to this show and fucking probably get accolades and like people will respect me for my performance or whatever. It's flipped now.
Yeah, I mean, fucking AI fucking snubbed their nose at me when I asked them if fucking Baywatch was primarily made for fucking people to whack off to because of the fucking time and all. And it was, oh, how dare you? People watched it for the drama. And it was like, all right, fucking Pamela Anderson's fucking title credit. You can see the shit popping out the bottom. And it's just like, yeah, I'm okay. Okay, AI. But Baywatch Nights has none of that. and I would assume that's the reason most people would watch that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so fucking funny. This show's fucking oh man. All right, so like I was like from because that's what the fucking TV's just the Samsung automatically goes to that channel when you turn it on. So I'll just sit there, listen to whatever. I've seen the fucking like opening credits thing so many times. It's like, oh yeah, look at these broads like on the opening title things. Like, oh yeah, it's fucking sweet. And then it'll show like a dude popping out of the water. I'm just like, oh god damn it. You're fucking you son of a bitch. Well, I was like, well, it's for the bitches too. It's like, yeah, I don't want to see that shit. Just seeing this fucking Yasmin Bleeth fucking and then dickhead coming out of the water with his pecker bulge. Fuck off.
I forgot Yasmin Bleeth. I was trying to remember who were some of the horrors that were in this thing.
Hey, come on. Come on. Not all of them sucked Rockstar cock on fucking VHS tape.
That's true.
Move her hair. Excellent directing for anybody trying to get into the biz. Always make sure the hair is moved.
I'm still trying to remember other chicks that were on the regular Baywatch.
I think one was Tracy Bigham.
What a name.
Yeah, I can't remember any of the other one besides, I mean, David Hasselhoff, but you can't. It's just a shame Pamela Anderson got in that fire and fucked her face up.
Poor thing.
Speaking of sucking dick, Joe, you like mosquitoes?
Wait a minute. Speaking of poor things, I've had a lot of people messaging me saying, "Hey Joe, you watched the new Frankenstein yet? You're a Frankenstein guy." No. Haven't been home, and that's got a 2 hour and 30-minute runtime. Okay, so no. I'll get to it. I will. But I'm not excited about it, so.
Yeah, I've seen enough Guillermo del Toro movies by this point to be like, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna watch it. And, oh shit, he just what? Do you have AIDS now? Do you have that airborne AIDS everybody's dying from? I guess so. You should have just fell out of your chair. Yes. Oof. Well, there, Yosef.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab another beer.
Tom's gonna grab another beer. Well,
Right here. Don't worry. I put it in upside down though.
what a
Oh shit. Well, let me ask you a question there, Joe.
Yeah.
You like insects?
No.
Oh shit. Well, that's good because a spider is an arachnid. You
True.
see.
That's true.
So do you like spiders?
No.
Fuck. Well, let me ask you this. You like Beyond Meat?
I'll tell you this, Tom, before I get to the Beyond Meat. In Spider-Man's Web of Spider-Man number 11, old Peter Parker's out there in the laundromat washing shit up, and that laundromat's getting robbed. And turns out the guys robbing it, they're probably going to rape this cashier, this Korean girl. He ain't got time to waste. His costume's all wet. He has to, and he knows karate, Tom.
I mean, that's crazy. They're going to rape a Korean girl. Everybody knows if you do that, you turn into a snail.
But yeah, so he saves the day, and like Peter Parker's in the paper. Everybody's yay, Peter Parker! Let's have a Peter Parker parade. Everybody else should stand up against tyranny, against all these punk kids that are, and well, he gets targeted then, Tom. They set his apartment on fire, and fuck, now there's a hitman after him too. What's he gonna do? I won't know until next week.
That'd be crazy if you didn't read this and then you're just like, wait, his apartment's on fire? What? What in his apartment? Because oh well, fuck
Yeah.
me, I guess.
And over in Peter Parker 110, it's the conclusion of the Jean DeWolf story. At the last cliffhanger, old Betty Brant was going to get shotgunned. Well, Tom, she dodged a shotgun. This has been a great story, but Peter David doesn't know how certain guns work. And it turns out the Sin Eater is that cop that's been helping Spider-Man's go after the killer of Jean DeWolf. So he fooled him, huh? And well, old Spider-Man just loses his shit, just starts beating the fuck out of this guy, and Daredevil has to go in and stop him and beat up Spider-Man's a little. And well, Tom, it turns out that this guy, maybe it's not his fault for doing all this, because he was part of a shield experiment, with drugs and stuff. And I don't know. This was a great story up until this last issue. I mean, it's still the best of all the Spider-Man stories up to this point. But goddamn, did he fuck this up with this whole shield thing at the end? Yeah. And one of Aunt May's friends too goes on a fucking a cursey things and starts shooting people in the subway that are robbing other people. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, old Beyonda is in town. Look at that. Oh fuck, look at that. He's giant, Tom. He's a giant. Oh, who's that? Oh shit, it's that tennis shoe guy, the Puma.
Frank Puma.
Yeah, the Puma's tribe tells him, hey, you gotta go kill the Beyond.
Hold on. When you read that, is that the voice you read it in?
No, I said, they said, behold the face of your enemy, the mad god who would engulf the world in blood and fire. And yeah, they're talking about the Beyonder there. Look, oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, this is a Secret Wars 2 crossover. Worst series. I've been reading that shit too, and it gets worse and worse.
Seems like we were just at the Secret War.
Yeah, and they forced these crossovers on all the Marvel titles, and this is one of them. The old Puma, the guy that turned into a fucking Puma guy. They send him.
The native character.
They send him to kill somebody with the powers of gods and shit. And, oh well. He gets there to do it, and the Beyonder says, hey, fuck you, dude. Go to Hawaii. Or, not Hawaii, Tokyo or somewhere, and just transports him there. And that's the end of the story. No, it isn't, because he goes back, to Peter Parker's apartment, because he told him, hey.
Hold on. Not just any apartment. He goes back to Peter Parker's charbroiled apartment. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reading Amazing Spider-Man.
And then at the end, Peter Parker or Spider-Man's at this point says, what are we going to do? Just say, hey, Beyonder, get over here. And the Beyonder does appear, Tom, at the end.
Come on. You skipped the whole thing where old Frank Puma was like, hey, Peter, I got a crisp $1,000 bill if you help me kill a guy.
Yeah. And it's continued in Web of Spider-Man's or Peter Parker or one of the others. So Tom won't be reading that one. But that's okay, because Next issue is also a Secret Wars 2 crossover.
I bet the Beyonder and Puma will be in it.
Yeah, Marvel fucking sucks, man.
What? Joe, have you never read R.L. Stein's Man Thing?
Yeah, I know you have the Beyonder build a fig, but still.
Joe, I always carry the Beyonder with me. Right here in my heart. Well, Joe, speaking of sucking dick, we watched the made for sci fi channel movie back when it was SCIFI, not this fucking SYFY bullshit. That's when I stopped watching. What? What? I kicked my fucking TV over, sliced all of my fucking feet to ribbon because of that shit. I didn't think I was kick this class out because I'm so fucking mad. That's okay, Joe. We're here to talk about Mosquito, aka Mosquito Man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell by the title, Joe. This guy gets turned into a mosquito man.
He does. He does. All because a foxy science lady is working on a cure for what's the disease called?
Airborne AIDS.
Airborne AIDS disease that's plagued the nation, but maybe with some irradiated mosquitoes, she can find the cure to this, And well, her boss, I guess, he's a even topper tier science guy. He's made a deal with the government. And they're like, hey, bring in some death row dudes and we're going to test this shit on them first because, they're going to fucking die anyway. Thing is, the guy they bring in, Tom, he ain't no one to fuck with. He kind of like fucking does like a little escape thing, and takes some hostages and shit and kills the is she Asian? I don't remember.
No, I thought this was what's her nuts? I think Madeline or Melinda Clark from fucking Spawn, Return of the Living Dead 3 and Killer Tongue, but it is not her.
Anyway, he kills her. He fucks some shit up, causes an explosion, and gets all bit up by them irradiated mosquitoes.
Yeah, and a lady gets caught up, the erotic lady scientist or whatever sensual wording Joe uses. She gets caught up in the explosion and she gets a little like old fucking serial killer boy. He gets all this blue goo on him. He's just like, oh, help me. I've got the blue glue on me. And then she looks at her arm and she goes, I've got it on me too, but I ain't gonna show nobody. So now the cops come, fucking serial killer boy.
Her
is
boyfriend is the main cop on the case, Tom.
That's correct. But old serial killer boy escapes, and then we find out that her boyfriend is this cop who is not only the main pig on this case, but he was the original guy to put the serial killer guy away. And at this point, I was just like, it's a lot like Jack Frost, but with mosquitoes. I'm in.
This is a lot like a lot of movies.
Sure is there, Joe.
Anyway, this guy's mutating, Tom. He's turning more and more into like a mosquito cricket hybrid, and well shit, it turns out that, as the woman says while she's in the hospital, mosquitoes don't have emotions. No, they don't, but they like to fuck. And he's after her because she's turning into a mosquito slower, at a slower pace, because he's turning real fast. Could it be because he got the brunt of the explosion, or did she spray off on her lab coat before going into work that day? Because there's mosquitoes and shit flying around, Tom.
And dude, like, has this drastic, like, oh, I'm a giant mosquito man fucking creature suit. And she has pretty much what amounts to like a Cindy Lou Who makeup, where her nose is like up a little bit and she's got a butt crack in her forehead. And that's about it. But this other guy's like fucking Brundlefly Mosquito Boy or whatever the fuck.
Good. She looks really good. Uh, and he's got a proboscis, Tom. And any cops that are after him, any crooks on the street, anything, fucker just wants blood. He'll probose that motherfucking thing into somebody's chest, throat, head, whatever. He's killing people left and right, Tom.
Well, let me ask you this, Joe. Will the pig defeat the mosquito?
Well, no, because all the other cops are shooting at this mosquito, and this mosquito is apparently bulletproof. Ain't no way this guy can hurt this mosquito, right?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because of the exoskeleton.
The exoskeleton that mosquitoes have.
Because they're insects, you see.
True. You know what else mosquitoes have, Tom? Wings. Not the Hauser type of wings, but wings that'll let you fly.
So that was pretty fucking great. Spoiler alert. I thought this movie went way fucking harder than it should have. But this fucking mosquito, you're just like, he's like, oh fuck, something's coming out of my back. And you think, yeah, you know what? Don't mosquitoes have wings? We haven't seen wings yet. God damn, he's growing wings. Look at him. He just flew away. Fuck, this movie's good.
It is. And I'll tell you this, man, they show the fucking costume a lot, like a lot, all over. It's just not in the shadows or whatever. They show, he's in well-lit hallways and everything, and it looks great. It looks really fucking good, man.
Yeah, it looks like a mutated mosquito man. Like it still has, like, it's a deformed nose, but you can still tell there's a semblance of a human nose. And then there's still like the mandibles all split, but there's still fucking human teeth and shit in there. And this side's all insect, but this side's still kind of human stretching out. And it's a fucking good design and a sweet creature suit for sure. You could say, oh, the fucking fly and shit. I mean, this one's pretty fucking good too.
Yeah, the Fly had millions and millions to work with. This wasn't a cheap movie. They because they had a lot of shit. They had a lot of cop cars. They had a lot of sets that they used, but it's modest compared to the budget the Fly probably had. Or
Yeah. From what I looked up, like I've been drinking, but and I'm not sure if it's the New Image people or the producers. I don't know if this was the first movie, but it's kind of like why this and shit like it got made. They said, yeah, we could probably do better than the movies we're licensing to
Yeah.
do on sci-fi. So they started doing shit like this.
Mhm.
It's we'll get to it, but this is one of the best sci-fi channel movies I've ever seen. Now, Dog Soldiers and Reanimator 3 both premiered on Sci-Fi Channel. So
Yeah.
that's really not fair. But if we're including those, and I'm going to say this is from what I can think off the top of my head, just because I watched, I was like, yeah, it's the third one. Probably not. Maybe Mosquito fucking premiered on there, some other shit I'm not remembering, but
I would throw Frankenfish in there.
See, like another one that like Frankenfish is good shit. But yeah, this is one of the best. If you like monster movies, nothing fucking new. This is the same shit you've seen. Doesn't mean it wasn't done well. There's fucking more kills and blood and shit than most Friday the 13th movies in this fucking thing. It's fucking like they're just like, all right, we're gonna watch this Mosquito Man movie, and it surprisingly went fucking harder than it should have. The costume's great. There's these kills with bloods and blood. It's fucking. I was shocked by how much I was just like, fuck yeah, Mosquito Man, dog.
Yeah, yeah, I thought it was really good. And like the story is formula, but formula it's a formula for a reason, you know. And if you have something good enough, like this suit, or if you have, you know, enough kills or shit, you know, then it works. You can make that fucking formula work, and they did with this one.
And yeah, I looked up because when the new image thing popped up, I was just like, all right, this is either gonna be good or this is gonna be fucking shit. I can't remember what new image is, but I remember seeing this fucking logo a few times. They made the last two Rambo movies there, Joe. Kind of shows it's not as wild as those, but for the time for a sci-fi channel movie, like I said, this motherfucker like lets more blood out than Jason in most of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surprisingly pretty fucking I don't want to say great, but I'll say it's fucking awesome for what it was. It was
Yeah, if you like horror flicks, give this a watch.
not so much horror. I was if you like monster movies, creature features.
Or even slashers, if you like slasher movies, because those don't make sense, you know, and they're very formulaic. I mean, give this a watch.
Yeah, it's good shit for sure. Don't make them like this no more.
I guess not.
So, Joe, we're going to do a bit of a pivot. And since we're doing that, I'm going to let you pick. So, we're just going to say Marley and Me or what Marley's Revenge. That was just the placeholder thing. It was a good movie that was worth talking about. Terrific. So, we can either go to the route of Mosquito movies and we'll do two Mosquito movies or two more Mosquito movies, or we will go the route of two more fucking New Image Sci-Fi Channel movies.
We're gonna do the new image.
So, Joe, next week we will talk about Snake Man. Oh my god, he's a fucking Snake Man, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen this shit, but it's on Tubi.
All right.
So yeah, we got that. We'll see how it goes. And hey, Reen,
Ryan.
appreciate you for sure. It's a shame. This was a good episode. It's just showing us more and more people don't give a fuck. But hey, maybe these reviews will take over the DWN Productions. .net, masks, bus props, custom work. The old Thanksgiving Day sales coming up. I got a list. Where is it? right here of stuff that I'm thinking of bringing back, because every year I bring a few retired pieces back that we'll see. I don't know, but it'll be 33% off everything else because fuck my value. Joe?
Hey, fastcustomshirts.com. Our Blaxploitation Friday is gonna make another year, So get your credit cards ready and get some Blaxploitation shirts on your chests.
Everybody, I hope you have a fucking great week full of fucking incompetent contractors, fleas, and jobs that go excellently. Until next time, thank you. And what?
Boy gob.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time.